Welcome back, all you grand champs. Up next, we got New York. It's Washingtonville Senior High School versus Palmyra-Macedon Senior High School. So we've reached the upper echelon, the top corner of the United States, and we were going to work our way back down to the Midwest. But for the moment, we just saw the last two series conclude. It was Deering High versus the Phoenix from Maine. And then for Massachusetts, we had Shrewsbury versus Panthers, where Panthers looked good, but Shrewsbury just looked better. Now we look at Crimson Raiders and WHS Wizards. Brody, do you think we're going to see the same level of speed we saw in that last series?
I'd hope so. I'd hope so, man. A speedy Rocket League is the best way to watch Rocket League, right? And, you know, I want to see some flashy plays coming out of these two teams. These guys having confidence, vigor. You know, if we can get that kind of play out of both of these rosters, because so far I think both of our matches have been relatively one-sided, right? Both of them 4-0s. This is going to be pretty good. It's going to be spicy.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. I believe we're all ready to go. Let's hop into game one of our third series here today against Seoul Best of 7. We got many more to go through, and we'll kick it on off. Crimson Raiders in the blue, Washington Wizards in your orange. We're going to Champions Field for game number one. I like the switch up. And off the start, King of Black Ice able to open it up with a goal.
Oh.
We'll go from we throw it to game one.
Yeah.
And welcome into game number one. Again, it is the Washington Wizards in orange, Crimson Raiders in blue. And I hope that the same level of speed continues, but off the kickoff, Nick able to open up the game with a goal.
1 second goal from Nick. How do you even let that happen? I don't even know if that was intentional. I think maybe an attempt at a sort of a fake kickoff. Fortunately, when the other team doesn't agree with you, those don't work. And Nick certainly agreeing. He gets goal number one here for the WHS Wizard squad. And can I just say as well, I love that we have a player called Sorcerer, and they're on the WHS Wizards. That is...
You were dying to say that.
I absolutely am. You know, it's just like this guy, he knows how to brand. He needs to make this an esports organization. He's going to sell a lot of merch with that kind of branding on hand.
You were dying to say that.
I absolutely was, man. I love it. I love it.
We're on Champions Field for game one. I love the switch up. Let's continue. 4:20 to go. An opening kickoff goal with 1 second, which is very rare. I mean, kickoff goals, sure, but 1 second, not many you'll see. Orb going to send that one out, redirect off the backboard. Will Orb get a touch? Not going to happen. So a lead still holds for Washington Wizards as we go back the other way.
Sorcerer with a chance, but Orb gets it away. Black Ice gets a pass through. Potential here for something from the Crimson Raiders. Unfortunately, Black Ice's pass not met by anybody. Orb is there, but I think rightly he makes the choice to play it a little bit with hesitation. Now Black Ice gets another ball in again. Is anybody there to meet it this time? Joey does go for an attempt, but Nick wins the 50. WHS Wizards needs to get away with this.
You had both these teams representing their own region. Washingtonville Senior High School, Palmyra-Macedon High School in blue. It's the Crimson Raiders down a goal. Plenty of time here in game one. So much of a series to be played, but only 4 games for either side is needed. Endpoint decal coming out. Love the European representation. Fennec in hand, but Orb misses the hit. We go to the sidewall once again. Nice pinch down. We'll try to go back to the other corner. Adjacent side we swing. Orb will not get the touch. Nick, however, will extend. You need some offense to start formulating. The Crimson Raiders struggling to get back the other way.
Well, here's a chance again for the WHS Wizards. Fortunately, Joey does take out one of the team there. So now it's going on the Crimson Raiders here to get this ball away. It's WHS Wizards. They're making their way up. Nick with an attempt, but the Crimson Raiders, they are tightly blocking that right corner of the field. Joey here, maybe trying to get it past both, but oh, it gets it through! Threading the needle. It's an equalizer here from Joey, and I don't know if that shot wasn't... I don't think he was going to get a goal out of that, to be honest. I think Joey was more expecting that to be a, hey, I'll get ready for this to come back from the defender. But no, I think he would have been happily surprised there with a goal.
Sorcerer played it right because he expected Joey to keep it on the hood of his car and kind of try to juke out the defender, but just a little bit heads up. 200 IQ, 2 goals in. 2-1, and as all the British, European soccer commentators there, fantastic goal.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Pretty brilliant.
if we say it in British, right? Everything said in British sounds better than it is said in
45
American.
minutes in, it's fantastical.
Dude, I guarantee you don't even watch soccer, as it were. I mean, the fact that you even call it soccer is disturbing enough.
The universe gave us thump that we're going to kick a ball around. Unbelievable.
Hey, I am not complaining about kicking a ball around, especially when I'm doing it as a car, right? I mean, that's the best
At least there's no VAR in this game. If there was VAR in here, I'd be absolutely furious. But
Oh, man.
no offside still, 2-1 lead, Brody. And again, as quickly as Wizards were able to find their first goal within a second of this game, they've been holding back on the back line, trying to keep this at 2-1. They still need to find a way to come back, and that's going to be 3-1. Nice redirect, and a touch there from Joey for 2 goals.
And again, the acute angle. We love to see it here. Joey leaves the ball down. I don't think he was expecting to receive it in that position, but makes it work. That's some fast reactions there out of Joey. As the Crimson Raiders now 1-0 down early on in this one. They've got 3 goals on the bounce. Now 3-1 up.
3 unanswered. Joey going to make it a hat trick? Possibly. Easy to read and take it out. No recenter. Again, a shot, even though he gets demoed in the process. Last second floater. Joey gets to the ball so quickly, circles back in on the play. The recovery is there, and he makes it 4-1. So again, we see a team that drops down, able to recover, respond. 4 unanswered goals in the past minute or so, and it's looking scary in game 1.
Well, we could still see a response here from WHS Wizards, of course. I mean, they did get a 1-second goal to kick this whole thing off, so they clearly have some talent. Now they've got to use it to get back into this game. Here, as we see Crimson Raiders making their way up the field once again. Black Ice, unfortunately, still commits to the ball, knowing he wasn't going to get it anyway. But hey, you may as well try, right? There's Black Ice now on the ball once again. A little bit of freestyle coming in. It works, though, as he gets his way past 2 defenders. Again, the 50 is won by Black Ice. The aggression coming out. Unfortunately, Joey unable to find number 4 there as he doesn't connect with the ball as it comes towards the mid. But Black Ice just keeps on finding these positions, and WHS Wizards, I think they're really struggling to get this ball out at the moment.
Only a minute to go. Plenty of time to kill. You do grab boost for Wizards. Now it's about getting it out to midfield, finding ways to intercept some of these challenges. Nick through the corner. What can he do? Back down. Not much, as the offense kind of dies as quickly as it forms through the side. That one recentered. Nick at midfield. Backboard. No follow-up to commit, though. A couple of leading blows, but no daggers just yet. We've burned about 30 seconds off the clock.
And that's a great time here to be burning for the Crimson Raiders. I mean, as we hit that 20-second mark left in this game, WHS Wizards, their opportunities to win game number 1 very quickly dwindling. Demo comes through from Macro. He's seeing Orb on the ball, wins that 50, ready for it again. Unfortunately, isn't able to recover very well. Joey misses an opportunity to get number 4 in this game, but number 4 has been got by the Crimson Raiders. It was a well-deserved win, especially after being 1-0 down, a second into the game.
And a good response early in this series. Again, show resolve and be able to find goals where you need them. 4-1. Again, like you said, down a second into the game. That's never good, but they respond. 3 goals, a hat trick for Joey on 4 of shooting. 75% from the field. And, you know, we're seeing kind of similarities from all these teams where even if they're down, the pressure continues to mount at midfield. They're able to put numbers through and they get 1, 2, 3 goals. It's very rare today. We've seen maybe a 1-0 lead stay that way, or like a 2-1 series win or a 2-1, I guess, game win. It's very much just been the scoring factor for a lot of these teams. For Sky earlier, you're looking at Merc and Munchos for Deering High, and for Crimson Raid, you know, Black Ice and Joey, you know, combining together. So just very impressed.
Yeah, same. Absolutely, I am. And Crimson Raiders, they seem to be very aggressive, I think, right now. And that aggression, again, it has been the case for both of our game number 1 and game number 2 here today. And again, now we're here in New York, and it's the same kind of situation, right? Where one team, they feel just a little bit more aggressive than the other. They seem a little bit more daring as well. They're constantly going for these pushes. You know, if we can start to see now this WHS Wizards lineup, maybe get something going, just deal with the pressure, I think, a little bit better, they should be fine. They're not actually that bad of a team. Even though the scoreline doesn't show it from game number 1, I feel like this is maybe a closer match than the scoreline does show.
Absolutely. I mean, they were able to stay in it, and for the Wizards, again, just slowing down the game and got behind you a couple of times. Let's go into game 2, and let's see what the Wizards have in their back pocket for us. Are they able to tie up this series, or do they fall down 2-0 in our best of 7? We continue on Champions Field. Let's get into it.
Well, see Nick now making his way to the back. Crimson Raiders in a familiar position here as they make their way towards goal. Flick coming up from Black Ice. Joey goes up. Unfortunately, isn't in the best position. A miss, actually, from Orb there. Could have turned into a goal for the WHS Wizards. They are lucky it doesn't. Ball going up once again. Macro going to be there to meet it. Orb bringing it into the mid. Black Ice is there, and he gets it in the top 90. Brilliantly well played. Sorcerer attempts to get the ball away. Inadvertently brings it right to the front wheels of an attacker. Black Ice, not a problem there at all.
And this polish is not a mistake. Crimson Raiders in the regular season, second place, 7-1 in their series count. Only lost 4 games collectively. They've been on a 7-series win streak. So certainly some of their best performers, as Black Ice able to make it 2 goals now, and they have just been unrelenting. It's impressive, right? Just the commitment to the offense, working together, bringing that ball past midfield in the lower third. They're finding ways to score, and a lot of these players have such great success. And their record is no fluke.
As you say, it's really proven their salt here are the Crimson Raiders. And again, it's this team play or attempts to pass to Joey. Black Ice. Oh no, I can see this going wrong here for the WHS Wizards. Fortunately, does go to the left if you're a WHS Wizards fan. But again, the aggression and the Wizards. Lucky that one doesn't go in, to be honest, or isn't able to capitalize. Would have been 3-0 if he was. But maybe a chance here for the Wizards as they get the ball towards the blue half. Not to be, though. It's a good clearance. Comes in from the Crimson Raiders. Orb is ready for it. And again, unable to convert. Another missed opportunity here for the Crimson Raiders. But if you're the WHS Wizards, you will not be complaining.
Absolutely not. Hold on to a chance in this game. But again, we've burned about 1:30 off the clock. So certainly need to start manifesting some pressure at midfield. Nick will bring it up. We go to the corner with it. Everyone's now pushed up, and all it takes is one clear at the moment, Brody, and there goes your offense. We go back the other way, recentered. Orb, front of the box, will take it out. A lot of boost, but kind of caught in an awkward spot. However, teammates will circle back in time. The reinforcements are there. 2:57 to go. And no clear shot just yet. We have one for Nick. On the other side, Orby's been playing essentially stagnant defense, but finally, he gets out of the blue half. And they have been able to just find ways to create an opportunity after opportunity. Flip, reset, good enough. Black Ice, hat trick.
And that's why he calls himself the king. Doesn't often miss those from what we've seen so far in this series. And again, it's the lovely angle, gets past 2 defenders. Neither of them going to stop that. Crimson Raiders looking comfortable here in game number 2. Can the Wizards find a response? Of course, we're not even halfway into this one now. With 2 minutes 40 left on the clock. There's still absolutely time for the Wizards to come back. But again, they have to get everything together.
If you can notice how quickly their offense kind of crumbles, they put one up toward the backboard, but no one else is there to follow in. Person running point will not extend. They give the ball right back. This is their biggest chance. That one is on target. Dunked and saved away. Joey somehow gets the save there. And that was the best looking goal they've had, or chance for a goal they've had all game. And it just unfortunately will not land.
Feels bad, man, for the WHS Wizards. Although I suppose, to an extent, given how many missed chances the Crimson Raiders have had, realistically speaking, you got to imagine there's a little bit of karma there to be had for the WHS Wizards. Although, another chance now coming in. Nick, unfortunately, puts it right on the path of Orb, who has been a pretty good defender here, actually, for the Crimson Raiders all game long, even if he hasn't been able to capitalize on some of the chances passed to him for a goal. Sorcerer coming in for the defense. Oh, it's so unfortunate again. Nick just sprints it towards the goal line. But there are defenders there to be met with, and the WHS Wizards just cannot finish.
Certainly struggling. We only have about 80 or so seconds left here in game number 2. 1-0 lead for Crimson Raiders. That one was good on net, but denied. bring it back out. Macro following in. 50 win, but no one there to cross. So again, a little bit stagnant on offense. We go back to the corner. 3-goal deficit for the moment. Not much to really say for Wizards. They're just looking for their first goal. For Crimson Raiders, playing great defense to hold off, maintain the lead, and try to escape with game 2.
Well, that would be the hope, wouldn't it? For WHS Wizards, there is still a chance in this game. A small one, but a chance nonetheless, and you take every single chance that you can get if you're in their position at the moment. Sorcerer. Looking to get this clear. Instead, it's going to be Nick who does exactly that. Joey gets the ball, though. Now the Crimson's Raiders, you can see them. They're ready for this one. Black Ice now coming in from the corner. Nick comes away with the ball. Wizards can get this counter-attack going. That would be nice. It's actually going to be a steal coming in. Sorcerer coming down. Nick loses control of the ball. Sorcerer realizes it. Tries to make the best of a bad situation. But unfortunately, with 6 seconds left, I mean, if anything now, it's more of a consolation goal in this game. It's lost.
Well, that'll be game 2. Crimson Raiders taking it. Go up 2-0 in the series. Getting very, very close to series point. Only one more game to get there. And for WHS Wizards, you know, not a bad showing at all, but 5 shots for Nick. Closest one was going to almost be a dunk cross field, but they just weren't able to find the back of the net. And now we look again at the resolve factor. What do WHS Wizards have as we get set for game number 3, Brody? Sometimes it just doesn't fall your way, but certainly they needed to respond in that game, and surely we're looking at a situation where, again, if they fall down quickly in game number 3, this series again might be a 4-0.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels like the Crimson Raiders are a little bit ahead right now. The WHS Wizards, I mean, they were definitely finding chances. I think that was the key thing there if you compare game number 1 and game number 2. Game number 1 was they got that second goal, and then they didn't really do anything for essentially the remainder of the game. The Crimson Raiders just hammered them all the way through, even though it didn't exactly show that in the final scoreline, 4-1, although dominant. You know, it's not like they were getting goal after goal after goal. However, game number 2, Crimson Raiders, they felt like they were consistently hitting the shots, and there was a chance from the WHS Wizards. It's just the finishing. It's just the finishing, right? It's getting it in the net that the problem lies with, right? Because the defending's actually not that bad. I don't think they were quite prepared for the Crimson Raiders to hit the ground running in the manner that they did. If they can deal with that pressure, and if they can then finalize their own goals, if they can get the goal out of it, they'll be fine and dandy. This series might not be a 4-0.
It absolutely might not, but let's go ahead and set up for game number 3. And again, this is a big one. This is for the momentum of the series. This is essentially playing against the math here. What is the average, or what is the probability, I should say, of the Crimson Raiders winning if they're up 3-0? Probably pretty high. Probably looking at 95 to 96% going to win this series. But it all kind of comes on the back of Black Ice, who had a hat trick in game number 2, and Joey P, who had a hat trick in game 1.
Well, let's see if the Crimson Raiders are able to win game number 3 here in our best of 7. Done a great job so far, right? King Black Ice. He doesn't like Ord there. Gives him a nice little bump. Of course, it won't matter that much here, as the Wizards haven't made much of that opportunity. Macro, though, comes in, goes for the double commit with Sorcerer. Sorcerer is the one who ends up with the ball, and Orb just removes Sorcerer from that situation, bumps him away. Joey, though, coming in for the clear potential. As Nick and Macro fight for that ball, but it will be Orb who comes out on top.
Chance here. Try to clear defender out of the net. We'll go in transition with them. Couple of missed hits. Third man up. Here's a shot. Oh, just off to the left. Looked good, but off target. Wizards have a couple of those. Now they just have to find a way to regroup. Looks like they're going to be able to do it successfully, as Orb will get up to meet the ball. Wizards leaving off the play. Orb will extend for the moment. And kind of just a dead play on arrival. So we go back to the blue half.
No goals so far on this one. Already had 90 seconds of play passed. I think that's a good thing for the WHS Wizards. They've been able to deal with the pressure. Oh! Joey is ready for the rebound. It actually takes it away from Black Ice there. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication in the aggression. So now they have to go for a defensive player. Fortunately for all, WHS Wizards deliver that one on a platter. And now Joey goes up for the ball. It's a pass to Orb. He does meet it, unfortunately, again. Not quite an accurate shot coming off the back of that one, but no bother for the Crimson Raiders. This attack is not done yet. You can see now Orb is going to lose that 50, though. Sorcerer manages to get it past Joey. This will be a manageable situation, and he does. Sorcerer gets it off the back wall. There's a player there, and it's just to the right. Not a goal. Again, Nick's not going to be happy with that one.
And there might be a chance that, again, desperately want back. Open net. Anyone else there going to follow in? Misses the hit. Ran out of boost on the play. A little bit over eager to get to that one. Surely, though, things would have stayed the same. Still 0-0 here. In the back line, Macro going to cross in to commit, but it is Nick trying to take it out. He had the most shots in game number 2 for the WHS Wizards. Unfortunately, they still sat with no goals in the game. That one cleared away, and Crimson Raiders having to play basically perfect defense at the moment. But as soon as it takes a break, you're going to find the WHS Wizards will be able to score. And speaking of which, Sorcerer's Code comes up big for the 1-0 lead.
Kind of funny there, right? Because Macro actually went for a fast aerial and instead accidentally got the backflip in. And that actually gave him the time to reset his position and end up for the ball where it turned out for that pass. So it's kind of lucky in a way. WHS Wizards able to work off it, but just as quickly, the Crimson Raiders, they're having none of it. 1-1. Black Ice gets that pass through. Right over Macro. Joey's there. Outplayed. Outmatched.
The hardest goal in Rocket League to get is the first, and the hardest goal to give up is the exact following goal. It is so dangerous once you score to get a little bit lackadaisical or to even just give up a counterattack. It's the two hardest parts, and sometimes teams struggle with that. That one flipped over, though. Here's a chance. Blocked away to Orb. Going to recenter down to a teammate. Self-serving. Extension going to come through, not for the moment. 1:48 to go here in Game 3. Both teams looking for either a 3-0 lead or a 2-1 series deficit. We extend, and it's taken back out to midfield.
They're going to put the ball in the corner. There's a potential out of this, but Orb again. The defender for the Crimson Raiders always seems to be there in these situations. Gets the ball away to clear, but WHS Wizards, they still have a chance. A chance here. Black Ice wins the 50. Nick unable to make a goal out of that one. Orb gets it into the orange half.
60 seconds, about 10 to give here. That's a goal. 2-1 series lead, game lead. Crimson Raiders able to find the goal.
And it's so unfortunate here for the Wizards. And Orb, who I think has been a relatively reserved player so far in this series, finally brings what he has to offer for the table for the offense. And it's in a goal, which will give them a 2-1 series, or a 2-1 game advantage, sorry. So Orb now looking for number 2. Black Ice almost finished it. Great save, though, from Nick. WHS Wizards, they've still got 50 seconds to work with here. They've had some brilliant opportunities in this game. They just can't afford to give another goal up to the Crimson Raiders, not at this late stage.
Absolutely not. 39 seconds. A couple of demos come out to clear lane, but counterattack starting to form. As you're looking at Crimson Raiders, they need to clear this ball out if they want to hold on to the lead. That'll burn some time, but Nick will cut it off. Gives it right back to the defender. 50 win, not going to come in. No challenge there on the ball. Extended down, Joey P. Close to another goal. Orb going to come in. That's going to be at 3-1. And that might be the one that breaks their back.
18 seconds left. It's a big ask of a team like WHS Wizards, isn't it? As Orb, he's come to play in this game, that's for sure. I think we've definitely commented on the fact that Black Ice and Joey definitely seem to be the aggressors on this Crimson Raiders lineup. And Orb seems to be a really great defender. But he's showing that he can do the attack too. And with 11 seconds left here, I mean, short of something spectacular, the WHS Wizards, they might just lose this one. And again, it's those opportunities that really do make the difference. Although WHS Wizards, they've definitely been much, much better at converting them in this game. It is still those kind of opportunities that really let games like this slip.
It's so much time they spend on offense, but it's those small counterattacks, those small transitional chances that can kill you. 2 goals for Orb on 4 shots. Was pretty quiet on the defensive half, though. He was playing great defense. And on the other side, able to make it work and translate the skill. And now we move 3-0. Crimson Raiders on series point. Again, Brody, we've seen this throughout most of today. the teams that have just found the rhythm early, and they've rolled that into a 4-0 series win. Now we look at Crimson Raiders knocking on that 4-0 possibility. Do you think they're going to do it in our next game?
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I will say one thing, right, which is although the Crimson Raiders have won the first 3 games in this series, the WHS Wizards, they are improving, right? I mean, that third game is the best that I think we've seen them so far in this series. Game 2 is much better than game 1. So they are starting to get somewhere here in this series. I would say I think this is picking up your feet a little bit too late. You've let them drag for too long here in this matchup, because now your backs are well and truly against the wall. I mean, you only get one chance here in the high school championship and you are done. And look, I mean, 3-0 down to a roster like the Crimson Raiders. These guys, they have some serious talent. So I don't know. They've got to pull something out of the hat here, Sean.
You absolutely do. Palmyra-Macedon Senior High School about to possibly take the series 4-0. Let's go into game 4 and potentially our last game of this specific series. Brody, it has been a quick one, honestly. I mean, even last series felt a little bit slower than this, but the speed, maybe not a factor, but certainly the performance for every player for Crimson Raiders has certainly been there. Kickoff goal again. Looks like it might be, and saved away, so we will not see a recap or a deja vu of game number 1. However, on the counterattack, Joey P once again will find the back of the net.
Gotta feel bad for Nick there. He was desperately trying for this ball. Unfortunately, there's not really much you can do, even with the ball at that speed. Going in the same direction, and the Crimson Raiders, again, 9 seconds. Well, I mean, look, we've seen kickoff goals so far in this tournament.
Yep.
I mean, what? Game of 1 opened up with a 1-second goal, for heaven's sake. So, I guess it's only fair that Crimson Raiders do get one as well. But maybe not the best position for the Wizards, as we said. You know, backs against the wall, they need to pull off a reverse sweep in this series.
Coming up next, we do have Michigan. Followed after is Mississippi, Louisiana, and then Hawaii to round out our day. So 1-0 lead, Crimson Raiders, again, 3-0 up. The extension might make this 2 goals if anyone gets there in time. The cross is there, but a nice save. Second touch going to be there as well. Joey P with 2 goals in a decisive game 4.
And again, it's these situations. You can see the attempt to clear, but there's no venom on it from Macro. Joey able to capitalize on a goal of the Crimson Raiders. Oh, dearie me. 49 seconds into this game, and the Crimson Raiders already 2-0 up. It's not looking good if you're a Wizards fan. And hey, it's a demo from Joey. An attempt at goal for the WHS Wizards. Unfortunately, again, the problem I think they keep on facing in this one, there's not really much venom in the shot. Not a problem for Black Ice as he carries it over a couple of players. That's another goal for the Crimson Raiders.
This one's quickly getting out of hand. 3-0 lead. Still so much time to play, but even with that said, again, it's not about outscoring, it's about slowing them down, which at the moment seems like it will be a task in a tall order. If anyone could do it, it is WHS Wizards. But you're looking for some life on offense. Black Ice going to take it out. Long clear, flips the wrong way. That's 4-0. And that is the defensive mistake you desperately do not need.
Man, this is so unfortunate. I said the Wizards were improving. Man, I said they were. Now this would be the game where maybe they turn everything around. We can see them get back into this series. And although that's absolutely still possible, being 4-0 down, only 1 minute 15 into this one, it isn't a good look. Especially when you're already 3-0 down in the matchup. This is the one you need to win to stay alive here in the high school championship. Can they get something going? That's the question here. Is you're going to see them make their way onto an offensive push, but once again, the Crimson Raiders able to flip the board. Cooper needs to win this 50, does so. Unfortunately, Black Ice is there to get rid of the ball. We're now looking for it. Off the wall it comes. Joey is there waiting. Great defense from the WHS Wizards, and they're going to be able to capitalize on it as well. Crimson Raiders, they get overzealous, and that, I think, is an opportunity there. The WHS Wizards, they need to repeat, because the Crimson Raiders, there is a point where they're going to get overzealous, and we just saw it.
Yeah, that's where you just hold strong on defense, hold the line, communicate as a team. All it takes is one overcommit, and capitalize on the long clear. They're able to do it. That's the type of goal they needed to at least find some rhythm in this game 4, let alone this series. There might be a second touch, cleared out, but now it's just a race against the clock. You figured out a way to score. How many times can you replicate it? We go back to length of the field. Ball remains in contest. Let's go to the adjacent corner. And now, again, it's just about slowing down the clock and finding ways to score. They need to be able to clear this ball away, and they will do so.
Well, Sorcerer's go. That's not the best place to put the ball. That's not a clearance, Sorcerer. It's a pass to the other team. And it's a detrimental one as well. I'm not sure if Sorcerer realized this mistake. Kind of like a uh-oh moment. As soon as that ball went in the direction of 2 Crimson Raiders players. And of course, they're able to capitalize. 5-1 now. And this is a performance and a half from this Crimson Raiders lineup.
Normally, you'll see players bring that ball around the backboard, not really cross in front of the net. I don't think they realized how many members had pushed up for Crimson Raiders. And unfortunately, you kind of gave it right back to them. 2:20 to play, and just as quickly, again, as you got a goal, you give one back. Now 6-1, and the lead continues to mount. The chances of this game being brought back to an OT continue to seem improbable. We might get to a Brazil sweep here, but it just does not seem like this game will go in favor of the Wizards at the moment.
Well, I'd like to say anything's possible at this point, Sean, but I'm really not sure. Is
Brazil
number 7 goes through? Oh man, no problem at all there. Gets it over 2 defenders. Oh man, you kind of just have to laugh about it at this point, right? I think if you're the Wizards, you know a 2 minute 10 left on the clock, the likelihood of you winning this, especially with the rest of the series going the way it has, is very low. I mean, look, there are a few things that exist that have a higher chance than that.
This one's just going to hang, and again, no matter what this ball does, cross in, 7-2, still a minute 50. Look, I'm not going to say it's not winnable, but it would be a hell of a comeback.
I don't know. I mean, look, we'll see. We'll see. The Wizards, it's, you know, they're still pretty good players. They could still make this work. Which you're going to see now. Push coming through. Good defense, though, from the Crimson Raiders. Sorcerer, can he make something of this? The opportunity is there. Oh, they're not the connection, though. It was a tough one to crack. Unfortunately, goal number 3 has been missed. Sorcerer, though, ready for a second bite at the apple, as it were. Not giving it, though, as Black Ice is going to clear that ball, ready for the shot. Joey puts it in, but it doesn't have much aggression at all. Nick, though, maybe potentially here. Good push coming through. I think that was actually an attempt for a demo, but it doesn't matter as Sorcerer able to put it in. Number 3 has been found.
So do this 4 more times and we might have ourselves a game. Minute 16 again, a race against the clock. Anything is possible, but if I am Crimson Raiders at the moment in comms, I'm just saying as soon as we get the ball, just try to clear it away. Just burn the time. You only got about 75 seconds to kill. It's easy to do. Wait for them to make a mistake, and that one bounces in 7-4.
Hey.
The game's still possible.
Maybe here, Sean, right? I mean, I don't want to cast as curse these guys, but maybe the opportunity is on the horizon here to come back in this game. I mean, they're on par for it, right? They've got 3 goals.
If you keep scoring like this, well, yeah, you will win this game if you keep scoring like this.
Quick maps.
But the odds of it happening are pretty slim. However, we continue. A minute left.
Oh, Black
Flip
Ice.
over, and yep, that's just even harder now. 8-4.
You had to ruin the fun, Black Ice. Ruin the party that Wizards were potentially setting up for us. 3 goals in quick succession for the Wizards. Finally a response. I mean, it kind of felt inevitable in a way that there was going to be something from the Crimson Raiders pretty soon, especially with the rate at which they've got goals in the first 4 minutes of this one. And now I think all that momentum from Wizards is kind of been lost here. Still a chance. 40 seconds left. If they get a goal every 10 seconds, this is possible. But as the time dwindles down, the hope is dying for the Wizards here. Black Ice sends the ball far out into the orange half. It's a potential goal. It misses both defenders. Black Ice. I mean, look, I don't know how many goals, and for the 9 goals here, we could have said it would have been the final nail in the coffin for the Wizards, sure. But I'll call it here. That one's
Yeah, I think with 26 seconds, having 5 goal deficit is probably going to be the game. I mean, the series is essentially done here. 4 goals for Black Ice on 4 shots. You have 3 for you have a hat trick and 4 goals for Black Ice and Orb. I mean, like, at this moment, with 15 seconds left, this would be the most improbable, impossible comeback in the history of Rocket League ever. And I think that that'll outdo it. 9-4 win, 10-4 possibly, not going to happen. And a 4-0 series win. Crimson Raiders will take New York. We'll see them continue on later in the bracket.
So well deserved as well. I think overall there, they played that brilliantly. A special shout out to Black Ice. I think he was the MVP for that roster, and I think it showed in his stats across all 4 games. Finishes with 4 shots, finishes with 4 goals. That's what we call a beautiful conversion rate, and it works so well for the Crimson Raiders as they go through as our New York representative in this bracket.
And coming up next, we do have Michigan versus, 2 high school teams actually in the Michigan region. I don't know why I said versus. It all comes out the same. It's the Play versus High School 2020 Championship. And, Brody, it was an exciting series nonetheless, but I'm looking forward to, more importantly, what we got coming up next. Because, again, these have been a lot of 4-0s. These have been a lot of high-octane Rocket League, pun intended, but more importantly, the outscoring for both teams has been there. You're talking about going down a goal, going down 2, and then the other team just roars back with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Almost had 10, but coming up next, Michigan, do you think we're going to see a switch in game style, or do you think we're going to continue on this fast pace we've had today?
Fast pace. That's the best way to go about it, right? You know, you just gotta play your hand and all your wheels, I suppose, and make sure that you're hitting all these shots. And so far, we've seen 3 very dominant games where those 3 teams that ended up winning were doing exactly that. They were setting up their chances, and every single team that has won so far, if the scoreline doesn't suggest it to you, of course, 4-0 in every single game, they have very much deserved those wins. So I'm excited to see. I want a close game, right? I don't want any more 4-0s. I want a close game, guys. Someone bring me one. I need it.
Yeah, I definitely would love to see a series go more than 4, but we'll have to wait and see what Michigan has for us coming up next. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, more Rocket League action for you guys and from us at the desk.